Mike back with another video. Just out running some errands before I gotta go to work today. But before I get this topic started, I just want to say this is what worked for me. This is my personal preference and my reasons for purchasing the Scat Pack over the other trims like the Daytona and the SRT. What may work for me, or what worked for me, may not work for you. You know, you may run into different options, you may run into better options, you may run into different situations that allow you to purchase higher end models with better, you know, better alternatives, better options. But this is just what worked for me. This is how much I paid for the car. This is the options that were included with the car. And hopefully this video will save you some money. And if not save you some money, just give you an idea on what these things usually run for, or how low they can actually get. So for this car, bone stock with no added on features such as suede or Alcantara, heated seats, driver's confidence group, all these different type of blind spot sensors. Stock sticker price for this car was $39,000. It was right at $40,000. And with all the options I have added onto this, which are, you know, the sunroof, the blind spot indicators, heated and cooled seats, heated steering wheel, Alcantara and suede seats, the 20x9 aluminum wheels, brought this package up to $47,000, I believe. $47,000, yeah. But if you guys remember, Dodge was doing a sale not too long ago that I think that I even missed. I think that sale ended April 3rd, and I purchased this car on April 7th. So I think I did miss the sale, but the guy was still willing to work with me. I purchased the car out of Bellefontaine, Ohio, from MIG Chrysler. I'll put the description, I'll put all the information for the dealer and the dealership info down later on in the description. But yeah, awesome guy. He was able to get me this car for a really, really good deal. But yeah, back to pricing. With all those options that I stated earlier, it brought the car down to, is that another Scat Pack? It's in white. But yeah, it brought the car down to $38,000, which in my opinion is a steal. You know, in comparison to the Daytona and the SRT, which range you 45 and up, between $45,000 and $55,000 for both of those options, I wasn't willing to spend that much money for what they were offering. I think the Daytona is just a Scat Pack with a few different interior modifications, like the dash is aluminum. Yeah, the dash is aluminum. It's not the honeycomb like this one. And the seats are a little different. Like they have a different pattern and they have a different stitching. But I wasn't willing to pay that much for stitching and a different grille. They also offer the bigger brakes and the bigger tires. I don't know if it has magnetic suspension, so comment in the comments if I may be right or wrong on that. But I don't think it offers magnetic suspension. I think that's what separates the SRTs from the Daytonas. But an SRT costs roughly $50,000, $55,000 with all of those options on there, and this was $38,000. So you got to think about what you're getting for that extra, you know, $12,000 and up, extra dollars. You're getting magnetic suspension, bigger Brembo brakes, and I believe 275 tires, which in my opinion, 275s are great, but you know, they still don't offer as much traction. I know they're a lot better than these, the 245s that come on this car, but you know, you can still do better with aftermarket tires and not spend nearly as much money. You can just put some bigger tires on this and still save you a couple $1,000s. So yeah, that was my reason behind purchasing this one. I felt that it offered the most, you know, I got the bigger bang for my buck in this purchase. I wasn't sold on magnetic suspension for the simple fact that I may be bagging this car. I'm not sure yet, but we'll see how the build comes along. Like I said, I got a really interesting build for this that I can't wait to get started. But yeah, that's the reason pretty much why I purchased the Scat Pack. I know they're gonna lose its value based off, you know, the Demons coming out and, you know, Hellcats dropped in price and the Daytona's released, so this one pretty much just shoots down to the bottom of the ladder. But, you know, I'm enjoying this car in comparison to what I had, which was a V6 Challenger. The performance on this thing is night and day in comparison. It really is. So, you know, I hope that this video, you know, gave you some insight on what these cars can go for if you find the right dealer and do the research and take your time and not just rush out and impulse buy, because I can't tell you how much times I saw a Scat Pack for $40,000 that had everything on it, and I'm sitting there calling, can you hold it for me, can you hold it for me, can you hold it? You know, at one point I got so frustrated that I couldn't find it. I couldn't find a car. I was willing to sacrifice all the interior options just to have the car, because I figured I can put all the things on myself. But then I thought, you know what, like, just do your research, just keep on waiting, and something better will come along. And lo and behold, something better did come along. Don't get me wrong, I still check every now and again and find deals where I could have saved an even more money, like $1,000 or $2,000, but you know, you have to go based off a few different things. How much you're willing to spend, your max limit, what you won't go over, and just make a decision based off what you want. Don't settle, don't feel pressured. When you go to buy the car that you want, it is business, but you should at least purchase what you want with confidence and not leave the lot feeling like you got robbed. So yeah, I hope that this video was very informative for you as far as making choices on which type of trim you'd like to purchase. Like I said before, this is my opinion. If you want to go out and buy a Hellcat, they've tanked in value as well. You can get a really good deal on one now. If you want a Hellcat, by all means, go out and get a Hellcat. If you want an SRT, if you want a Daytona, if you want an RT, if you want a SXT, go get what you want. Just do your research and know what your options are. Well, that about sums it up for this video. I hope I was able to at least help you decide which trim you'd want to pick, or to differentiate the three to help you make a better decision as far as what you're actually looking for. Like I said, this is my personal preference and what worked out for me. And by now, since you know these have depreciated in value, I strongly believe that you will find a better deal. So do your research, don't settle. Next video is going to actually be a modification, so time for talking is over. It's time to start doing some things to this. All right, that about does it. Stay tuned.